my drag shows. Tomorrow is my birthday. I am turning 18 in 24 hours for you. For me, it's 19 days. I believe. Question mark. Don't quote me on that. Okay, so we have now put in grudgers and detectives back in. Gotta figure out how this is gonna go. Start the evolution process. Oh lord. Note, sometimes a few grudgers may stick around because when all players except grudgers and copycats are eliminated, the two tie. Perfectly fine with that. Why are they still playing against each other? So it seems the math of game theory is telling us something. That copycats' philosophy, do unto others as you would have them do unto you, may not be a moral truth, but also a mathematical truth. See, you just keep going. Everybody gets 500. It's great. However, there is a problem. No. Look around. The world's full of total jerkwads. Yes, it is. If Copycat is a strategy in this repeated game of trust that's so powerful that even soldiers in World War I trenches independently evolved a similar strategy called live and let live, why then are there so many untrusting, untrustworthy people? What's causing our epidemic of untrust? A clue is that sentence itself. In this repeated game of trust. So far, we've only talked about change in the players. What about a change in the game? What could lead us to the evolution of distrust? Before everything goes to heck, let's start with something nice. Here's a world filled entirely with always cooperate, except for one always cheat and one copycat. Use the button on the right to start the simulation, go through step by step, or reset it. As you know, Copycat wins handily in the long run over our current rules, but what's under our current rules, which say that players play against each other for 10 rounds per match? Does Copycat still win at 7 rounds, 5 rounds, 3, 2, 1? Change the number of rounds with the slider below, then start the sim and see what happens. Feel free to experiment. What does step mean? Oh, okay. Reset. 9. Oh, no. No. It's okay. We still take over. It just takes us a minute. 7? Reset. Oh, wait. Hold up. Oh, hold up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So by 10, all copycats reset. So, like, we still get there. We're just copycats forever and ever. As you saw, if you don't play enough rounds, here 5 or less, always cheat dominates. In 1985, when Americans were asked about how many close friends they had, the most common answer was 3. In 2004, the most common answer was 0. Hi. We now have fewer friends across class, racial, economic, and political lines because we have fewer friends, period. And as you just discovered for yourself, the fewer repeat interactions there are, the more distrust will spread. No, mass media doesn't count. There must be two-way interactions between specific individuals. And oh, it gets worse. That's great. There's another way to spread distrust. Here are the payoffs for the trust game. Right? 2 and 2, 3 and -1, -1 and 3, and then 0. With normal payoffs, Copycat wins. But now change the both cooperate reward from +2 to +1. you don't get as much benefit. It was just one difference. You get 2 instead of 3. Now you only get 1 instead of 3. Then click start. Even though positive 1 is still more than the punishment for both cheating, 0, what happens? People are more inclined. And when you look at that, nobody gets anything. See, this is delightful. Would you have 960 bucks or would you rather have 0? Personally, I'd rather have 900. Again, you still end up with 0. When one person cheats and one person cooperates and they get nothing, they don't, no money goes away, you still always... It keeps fighting. You just keep going back and forth. There's no point in it. You still win, but there's just no point. The same thing happens. With a lower win-win reward, always cheat takes over. Game theory has 2 powerful ideas about this. Zero-sum game. This is a sadly common belief that a gain for us must come at a loss to them and vice versa. Non-zero-sum game. This is when people make the hard effort to create a win-win solution, or at least avoid a lose-lose. Without the non-zero-sum game, trust cannot evolve. Speaking of which, let's now look at our third and final barrier of the evolution of trust. Mistakes. As cool as Copycat is, it has a huge fatal weakness I haven't mentioned yet. To understand the problem, let's say 2 copycats are playing against each other. Being nice players, they both their first moves will be cooperate, and then they continue to cooperate forever and ever. It's delightful. And normally they just pay back each other's kindness and singing Kumbaya until the end of time. But what if, while trying to do one of them mess up? They mess up, and now they both cheat forever. No! Mistakes, miscommunication, misinterpretations, accidents happen all the time in real life. But if the other person doesn't think it was an accident, they will cheat. Oh no, ×2. The other player, being a copycat, has to retaliate. And you, being a copycat as well, will also have to retaliate. Thus, like the Hatfields and McCoys, these 2 copycats will spiral into an endless cycle of vengeance that started over a single mistake long ago. Tragic, but now are the other types of players who can deal with mistakes. Oh, this is cute. Let's meet some new faces, or new hats, anyways, because they all have the same face. Copy Kitten. Hello, I'm like Copycat, except for I cheat back only after you cheat me twice in a row. After all, the first one could be a mistake. Okay, don't mind that. Simpleton. Hi, I tried start cooperate. If you cooperate back, I do same thing as last move, even if it mistake. English. If you cheat back, I do opposite thing as last move, even if it mistake. Random. Oh god. Okay, that does have a new face. Alright, that's a new face. Monkey Robot. Ninja Pizza Tacos. Lol, I'm so random. Just plays, cheat, or cooperate randomly with a 50-50 chance. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This might go into 4 episodes. I don't know. We still have the Copycat. We no longer have always cheats, which is good. I want to say always cooperates will win. I don't know. Is it still Copycat? Let's start with a dozen always cooperates versus our old winner, the fair Copycat, and our 3 new characters, the forgiving Copykitten, the dull simpleton, and the silly random. In each round of mistakes, players have a small chance of making a mistake, let's say 5%. Who do you think will come out on top? Think carefully, then place your bets. I don't know. You know what? Put it in the comments. Who do you think's gonna win? I don't really doubt this.